Yes, it's the second map between Team Liquid and Entropiq. It's a little bit of Overpass. Liquid picking into this one. It's a very confident pick out of Liquid, the way I look at it, right? This is an enormously played map for the Entropiq crew. Mostly, you know, versus lower tier opposition. Usually whenever they've faced off versus these top squads, that's where they have taken L's. But I still think it's pretty confident to pick a map that Entropiq is so well versed on. They're at least going to have a lot of ideas, a lot of understanding as to how you might look to approach this. So I think this is going to be still a pretty big test for Team Liquid.
They're coming out of mid and connect, but they don't have a flash to get them there. That's what you would love over this angle. Ellie instead, open line of sight, takes a tag, Crab with a headshot, and Stewie trades as Liquid head on into this A site, or at least they should. Smokes over the top. No control elsewhere, so they will commit. Nickelback about to get all that info. Can he take any with him? Oh, it's not pretty. They're running him down. Elian's low. Forrest has found one. The B play's activated, but it won't matter. This hold is lights out for Entropiq. Finally, the flank you start to consider it as Liquid double back into Lackey.
Yeah, with him waiting over here in Khan, he needs to stay alive, and he'll do more than that. It's a double kill. Pistol round locked in for Entropiq right away. They're going to hit the ground running here on Overpass.
Yeah, you want to go back to map pool as well, right? Like, obviously, Liquid, the one map we've seen them, as Jason said, on the desk pick into is Inferno. They look really good on it, and funnily enough, that's Entropiq's insta-ban. They're always an insta-ban, so that was never going to come through. Liquid have been banning Ancient, but I'd imagine they put a bit of time into it, at least maybe saving it for later in the tournament, not in a hurry to show that off, as many teams, I imagine, are not. And, you know, otherwise, obviously, Liquid haven't been playing recently, so we don't really know where their map pool lies at the moment with the current roster and where they want to lean. And so I'm interested, like you are, to see if they can take down a very experienced, very capable Overpass team.
Yeah, while this eco, Elliot doesn't have head armor, which, you know, little risky when you're only up against the Glocks. That's now an M4 retrievable. Lackey also doesn't have head armor. Now, it shouldn't ever really come back to punish you in any meaningful way.
What did you want to talk about during
I was going to say, yeah, just to run us down, you know, the maps that have been played here for this this Entropiq squad. I think if you wanted to look at some notable wins and losses, obviously they beat Furia on this map, 16-14. They've beaten Double Pony a number of times here, which kind of cool, kind of a cool squad. And you know, guys like Endpoint as well, Virtus Pro, another big name that they've taken down. And then their losses, admittedly, pretty close for the most part, is like Ents and Complexity. Right, so whenever they've tried it versus maybe higher tier opposition, it's not really gone their way. But as we were saying, like, they're going to have a lot of ideas, a lot of solutions to any problems you try and cause. It's always scary as well because, as everyone's been pointing out, we don't really know where this Liquid map pool's at right now. And sometimes, you know, how things go in practice is not how they work in the live server. So Entropiq have got a wealth of live experience, whereas Liquid lacking that a little.
Yeah, it's scary, but that will give even more credit to Liquid if they can roll over this one and 2-0. Entropiq, they made them work for the win back on Vertigo, and they're going to continue to do so. Nickelback pushed up in front of the smoke. Oh, Ford is going to meet him there, but the MP9 won't shoot through him. Not enough. It's up to Elian to trade. That's fine for Entropiq. Could have gone a lot worse. Out they go, back to the bomb site. Liquid have full con control. Stewie can't flash them out, neither can Naf. So again, it's just coming down to this dry fight that Elian is waiting for. It will happen eventually. Unless they just go back down to B. If they do so, though, oh, that's finally, the flash does come through. That's just going to get Elian off the angle at the right time. Entropiq start to rotate up to A, and that's when Liquid are regrouping back at Monster with the bomb.
Yeah, Lige is also over here in Connector. He's going to be able to help them in taking the short control away. Lackey about to take this peak dead at the hands of Stewie 2K. Now rotations are being called for. However, if you don't find something right away, this might just be a save. And yeah, they're not even going to consider giving this one a look in. They ride it off right from the get-go. So the guns come out, Team Liquid, they're immediately in with a response. Sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles. You know, you take a bit of a gamble, You lean heavier towards A. You've got that solo holder Lackey down on B. And when he peaks Monster, you know, the situation he's essentially in is like, if I don't get one at least, we're saving.
Yeah, it really, a lot of that entire round win comes down to Elige self-flashing himself out of connector. As I said, the two mid players did not have a flash. Elige had to pop himself on that, you know, little light fixture that bounces back. It blinds Elian, and him losing the info on short is what makes Entropiq gamble. Otherwise, if no one goes up, if Elige doesn't leave Con or only shows one man, maybe Elian wins a fight, maybe he stays on the angle, maybe he never calls for a rotate, and as a result, Liquid walk into the stack, I guess, is one way of looking at it, the majority of players, rather. So, self-flash saves lives for Liquid. And Entropiq rebuy into this round. 4 rifles, all fine for now. No AWP yet. That's the same to be said for Liquid. They're in no hurry either. T-side AWP on Overpass. Elian had trouble getting that going the other day against Furia. So rifles all fine for now. A1S slightly cheaper. Saves him that cash for the AWP. Could be a reason he uses it. Oh, Forrester found one outside of B and Crad. He might have been spotted there on that jiggle by the deep player. Grim's ready for the fight, I presume so. 4 on 4. Still another man, top con, running away. It's Elian getting back to the bomb site. Boost up on B at a good time.
Yeah, Elige not ready for it. Down here alone, you know, while you had Grim and Con, it's not really a position you could have hoped to have traded that from. Are they going to throw the boost up again? Well, this time Fallen's waiting for it. And so he'll get rewarded that 3 on 3.
Know when to quit. Always when you're ahead.
Oh, that's the best.
Behind.
That's the best part, Hugo. Though, but I'm so far ahead, and what if I get further ahead?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the rush.
Harry's at the roulette table right now. Liquid grouping back up at A. The smoke will stall a few seconds, but if you see that smoke come down and nothing does anything with it, you know it's a fake, and that flash play confirms it. Now you've got to get your rotate going. They're not. They're still scared of Monster as a potential. Elian's saying, guys, I've seen nothing up on this A side. You don't need to worry yet. Actually, I take that all back. They're coming. Help. Quick. Run.
Flash out. Elian. They're already running up on him. And that really could be the round decided on the back of this A bomb site anchor falling. Oh, well, now you're enticed back in. Nickelback with the opener. Fallen left fighting for his life out in the open, but he'll hold on. And now they're just going to play it together in the bomb site. They're looking for trades. Damage done. And there's Naf to close. It's a damn good try out of Nickelback. But he can't give him the nickel tap, and so that's enough from him.
He's pre-firing Naf's angle. He got the info. He knew they were both there, but Naf, he had a really good game back on Vertigo. You know, I don't even want to say Elige was struggling. It didn't feel like he was struggling. He had a lot of impact in rounds that he wasn't dead first, but there were a lot of T-side rounds where, you know, Elige would just die and they could convert it 4v5. Naf, you know, 29 and 15, not quite the 30 bomb 2 KD, but we'll give it to him in spirit. And so, yeah, wins out the 1v1 here, breaks the money yet again for Entropiq, and now Liquid, they start to feel a little bit more feisty, setting fast towards B.
Yeah, this is a pretty done deal, you would imagine, right? Even with that USP kill coming in.
Double dinked.
Elian up in heaven with the scout. They know he's here, it's no secret. I know there's that part of his brain that's saying, like, I should go save, but it's only a scout. See what you can do. The answer is nothing, as Elige chases him down. You know, I think I'm already liking this a lot. Liquid are looking very, very confident in terms of just how they're playing. They're looking very heads up in a lot of these fights. The way they played that little 2v1 as well with Fallen and Naf versus Nickelback in the round prior to last was lovely. Like, they were doing this a lot just the other night versus Gambit in the maps where they looked their best, right? They would be very, very willing to try and chase down clutching players, and it wasn't until that started to go against them that we saw that kind of signature aggression of not wanting to give room to your opponent, having full faith in your own ability. Once that tapered off, that was when all the clutches started to come through for the Gambit squad. It feels like a bit of a vicious circle where you really can't win. This round, much, much slower out of Team Liquid. They know the guns are back in play. They want to keep this momentum leaning in their favor. Oh.
Fallen's expecting the AWP. He's trying to bait shots. He's jumping corners. Elian won't go any further. This flash might even force a shot from the AWP. He fires. That's such good info for Liquid. Now they know the AWP's in position. They don't know about Crad, though. He could be the fly in the ointment. Ready to surprise them. Liquid come out from connector, though, at the same time. Oh, this info might come through. And more than info, it's an entry for a Liege. Now you know the AWP is either long or it's backed up to the bomb site, and it's the latter. Elian going to go above the smoke looking for this pick, and oh, very close. Only hits the tag, though. Liquid grouping up at A, just got to get past this AWP, and it should be free past that point.
Nickelback is fortunate to have eluded any sort of opener there. He gets back and now holds down toilets with Elian on this AWP. Elian's very, very keen now to be up at the front because he missed out on so much action back on Vertigo. The downside of being up at the front is, well, you're up at the front and it means that you can get run down like what happened just there. Stewie's entry has been great throughout this series as well. He's constantly been the guy creating a lot of space. Think back to Vertigo. He would always be, you know, keen to go and challenge at that like B site. He had that little double up round that ended with 3 kills for him where he just runs in and basically wins it single-handedly. He's looking very, very clean.
Yeah, definitely. It feels like everything's flowing for Liquid, right? The lurks of Naf, the dangerous lurks we saw on Vertigo are good. He's playing the get-right position. I like to call this Dead Fox, you know, just because I think of the old Hellraisers roster where Dead Fox, he would spend like entire T-side rounds just sat there forever until the round's over and find a lot of impact off alert kills, off re-aggression, misinfo, walking late into B. We've already seen Entropiq, you know, they know the power of that short water info. They've been flash peeking it a lot. They've been boosting sometimes a little bit too much. And so, yeah, combined Fallen winning head-to-heads on the AWP, Stewie entering, Naf getting these lurks off. Everything's going well for Liquid. 4-2. And despite the experience of Entropiq on this map, they've got to dig deep to come back. It's going to have to be an eco here around that one rifle saved on. And so Liquid's chance to build yet again.
Yeah, and during this little time of silence, I just realized my nose was like whistling. So sorry if you heard that, Hugo.
I didn't hear it.
I didn't know it could happen either, really, but it was cool. Are you trying to do it?
No,
oh.
It's okay.
Right, so look, we got this little reinvestment coming back in. I just didn't want folks to think I'm whistling to myself while you're talking away.
At least whistle a tune, Harry.
Yeah, well, I didn't really realize what was happening. I was thinking, like, what's that noise? It's me. Oh. Sometimes the human body's full of little surprises. Like, oh, look, what's that?
Yeah, gonna leave it there? Maybe a good idea.
Oh, I like this boost. Forrester don't. He's already out of it.
Yeah, nothing taking short. It's just more info again. It's confirmed by the push. Door
it's
gonna
help these short players get out as well. You say, like, I didn't see any feet coming your way, so you guys are good to take that short control. Short's a lovely bit of real estate to have. Just gives you that forward info as to whether or not it is this B play. I would love to see, you know, like Lackey maybe leave this site once short is properly taken. But because they no longer have Con, Entropiq are kind of stuck with this 3-man hold for now till they commit to the short control, and they might not ever do that.
Yeah. Even though they got that info back at B, they're still taking a while to rotate up, and Liquid haven't really done any fakes. They've always committed with the early control in the most part. And so for right now, Entropiq aren't playing Overpass, so they're playing DE_feet. That's what it looks like, unless Forrester can make us think otherwise. Trying to dodge flashes. Oh, there's one. A knife out for Crad, hiding in the corner, and now he's got a gun to play with. Low on ammo, they're running up on the short side. Naf does trade. One way to get involved, but will it win you the round? I don't know at this point. Nickelback does get a quick dig with a gap in the smoke, but Naf will not let them relax.
Oh, Nickelback, there's one. Come on, the double up for Nickelback. A knife kill for Crad, double Ds to close. What? And Entropiq steal that round away. That was never meant to happen. Liquid just got out Liquid, mate. Like, Stewie's the knife guy normally. Normally he's the one, you know, lobbing knife kills out and about. But look at Crad, he had a plan. He had a plan in mind throughout. And he knifes Stewie 2K of all people, setting up Nickelback to 1v2 with these impeccable Deeg shots.
Yeah.
And so, you know, now we have to see what's going to happen. Have you just ignited a fire within Stewie to go, oh, so we're knifing now. All right, boys.
That's unreal. How do they win that round? That should never be happening for us. The one rifle goes 1 for 1. And like, yeah, sure, the knife kill's cool for Crad, but he immediately goes down after just that kill. Doesn't get any use out of rifles. Excellent Deeg work from Nickelback. He's not been a liability as far as in-game leaders go. It's not like he's struggled in the fragging department, but winning rounds like that, I don't want to say single-handedly, but, you know, clutch 1v2, Deeg out, those aren't the rounds we've been seeing from him so far for Entropiq. That is one way to light a fire underneath you. Here we go now, Entropiq, they've got everything to play for, everything to play with. Orb out for Elian, trying to get involved. Crad back to his mid-BS, just trying to push in Liquid. They're going to flash over the top, and he beats Elige to the punch, but no! Oh my god, Elige, 4 health, should not be standing. Crad knew that flash was coming, it didn't affect him at all. Bullets will, though. What on earth?
Yeah, Nickelback is looking for this fight in Con. He's going to win it out, and now he tries to escape through short. It was a bit of a risk considering you never had that short control, but hell, he makes it work. He has the read. Stewie, he didn't like getting knifed. You might have woke a sleeping beast here. He's between 2 players. Now, whose favor is... Oh, Elian's running with his back turn. Elian, the one time! Oh, my... Stewie's gone past him, and oh, no. Oh, why would you knife this guy? Why would you knife this guy? Stewie in one hell of a position. He could win the whole round right now. They will not know how he made it to heaven. Oh no, the humanity! Stewie with the double! And Elian, he's getting yelled at in all kinds of words right now. How has this happened, they're wondering. And so that is Stewie's revenge story right there. Knife last round, and then he does this to you in the next.
Smoke criminal. He just walks through that short smoke put down by Elian. He does not care for a moment. Entropiq are wondering why it's all so quiet. We don't see anyone. You know, it would have been easy to call the rotate back up to A, but Stewie goes, nah, man, I'm just going to take the round. I'm going to kill everyone on that lower side, trying to get the AWP shot out. And he does, but it will hit him. 3-on-1. Great round out of Stewie. And what else can you say about it? For Entropiq, you just go, ah, yeah, man, whatever. Missed timing. It happens. Brush it off. Move on. That's one way to respond after an eco win comes out for Entropiq. Elian still just trying to save this orb. Seems like they'll let him very close. And look at these timings. Stewie, he didn't even know he got past Elian as well. Quick realization. And it would have been easy to panic there and just take the kill. But Stewie doesn't panic.
Dude, I can't believe the Elian runs like
next to him. Maybe if he runs into him, you like feel it, right?
Bro,
you're like, I'm holding S and I'm
But out of all the times to like
wall.
run fully back turn, like not even when he gets to sight does he like turn
Look
around.
at Dread looking at Stewie's monitor. He's just laughing while Stewie's walking down CT like, this guy.
I can't wait to hear that one in the Elige POV upload.
Guys, just wait. Just wait. That's so funny, man. That's gold. Absolutely hilarious stuff, and Liquid are back on the board. They didn't let that eco win set them astray.
Now this is why, thanks to Safe at the AWP and actually thanks to the knife kill for guys like Crad, you're still able to invest here, right? You're still bringing a double AWP to the table. Oh, you're going to be looking over the back of your shoulder at all times now. Crad wanting to fight middle, back in this party position. Elige on the angle. He was able to get the better of him last time in this mid fight, and this time Crad elects to not even take it. Grim's getting whittled down through the spam spot in Con, and there's Elian to close the deal on that opener. for Entropiq. Stewie, once again, trying to hit timings. Now, this time you got Crad over in the long toilets, who should have this contained. There he is, dealing with Stewie. Blacky's second AWP chimes in with one, and even though Fallen trades it, he's tagged in the process. It's him and Elige with less than 100 HP between them, and even then, that's being disingenuous to Fallen here, who is, you know, a USP shot away from certain death.
99 health, but the round ain't won. Entropiq still have to finish the job they started. Crad waiting, and yeah, he's got the drop on Elige as well. Now it is just low Fallen. You wouldn't be hard-pressed to save here either. It's your only way to get this AWP. I guess Elige could drop it, but yeah, save, definitely the right call. Unrealistic clutch attempt. Fallen knows it better than most. He'll give up the round. They want to hunt him. They want to take him out, though. But 15 seconds, it seems like he's safe for the time being. Even so, these rounds are just coming back and forth. Trades for the last 5, or 4 rather. No one building any money, everyone on the edge of disaster. But still Liquid holding the lead just by a margin.
Double up was a nice change though, right? You immediately felt the effect of that. Both Elian and Lackey finding a couple of kills apiece. The rifle's there to mop it all up in the end. Good that Fallen was able to hold on to that AWP though. Only way he was going to field one here. And so a little pause to accent this round. What are they hoping to do? You keep getting given a chance at an opener in mid. I wonder if we're going to see, you know, an attempt to get this AWP on that angle. Because time and time again, Entropiq have been willing to fight you there. It's a very 50-50 fight a lot of the time, right? But I got faith in Fallen in these flicks.
Yeah, no one taking spawns. Elian's just lobbing that deep Molotov that forces a smoke out of Liquid again and again. Krad's going to go over the top. He's done this before, though. Liquid know what to expect. Stewie's lurking here on his own. He's only here for a second, just trying to sell the fact that they are playing that top site. It's not the truth, though, and Krad's already gone down connector, so he can be assisted with a fast B-rotate, flashed out into water, getting that info early. He smokes Con. Liquid going to go monster. They haven't done this before. 5 through. Everyone running into this B-bomb site. It's a quick call for Entropiq. They hear the steps coming their way. Lackey's up again. Pounces, but double entries in response. 3-on-3. It's up in the air. Crad catching Naf flying through the sky. And the AWP is still finding kills. Fallen gone leaves Grim alone.
He's trying to have his own little timing round, but there's just so many angles he could get peeked from still. Grim's got him pretty deep here, all the way towards CT. Elian cannot afford to lose this fight, because suddenly a world of opportunity opens up, and so he won't. Grim is brushed aside, and Entropiq tie this game up at 5-5.
Yeah, that nice play for Crad as well. He was the guy getting flashed into middle to begin the round. It's a really, you know, audacious move. He confirms pretty early, okay, there's one guy here. We don't see any more. It's just that lurk. It's just that default. Comes down connector, clears that as well. And he really is the reason Entropiq have 4 at B. Still, so much information gained. Flanks through the short tunnel. And this time, no respect on that Molotov. No smoke to put it out. Liquid just run right through. Elige eats grenades for dinner. And the AWP shot, well, that's just his dessert. Should be a freebie now, just Glocks and a Deagle left up, and Elian's having a field day. When you don't flash him off these angles, when you don't hit these backstab timings, straight up fights, Elian wins them all. 3 in the round, and just Naf left. Any Glock fans? No such thing, though. And so it's a nice, easy round for Entropiq to take the lead right back. 5 alive. We needed back-to-back rounds, right? We needed some consistency for one of these teams, and that's now 3 in a row for Entropiq with the lead in their pocket as well.
Yeah, and this is a much more put together Entropiq than we got in the initial showing versus Furia, right? We had a very, very quiet game out of Elian to start there. It wasn't until the later stages that he warmed up, and then Entropiq were able to close it out 16-14. Well, here, you know, he's arriving from the get-go. Is that going to cause problems for Team Liquid? Lige trying to steal Con away from Krad. Krad's been a real nuisance over here towards this mid area, so finally you forced a bit of respect out of him. There is this second AWP of Lackey over at short. He bested a Lige here a couple of rounds ago. Ooh, now you learn about it. You don't want to go giving that fight back over, but I can't imagine Lackey's too keen to take it either, especially with flashes now getting heard over towards short. You're concerned as to how much they've taken. Counter flash play to push back in. Stewie burning in the Molotov, but still good for the opener. Repeat from Lackey in the bomb site, and now there's this Krad Crunch Wrap Supreme coming in through connector. He's bearing down on them. Forward, there's one. Still an AWP to beat. Waiting in pit, and Forrester wraps around to remove Bolan. They never saw Naf, but Lackey holds the line. And this double AWP is making a world of difference, it feels like, in each of these rounds. The AWP's getting multi-kills, getting away with a lot. And since it's come out, we haven't really seen Entropiq falter.
Yeah, we're also, on top of the AWPs, we're also getting a really good game out of Krad, right? Forrester takes a lot of the attention as the star player on this team alongside Ellie. And, you know, funnily enough, Krad and Forrester, these guys have been playing together their entire career. Ever since 2016, this duo has been inseparable. They have not split up. They have followed each other roster to roster. And so while Forrester usually takes all the glory, Krad is just having so much impact, not just in kills, but in information as well. Figuring out where Liquid are, where Liquid aren't. And because we're getting a lot of defaulting out of Liquid, like, you know, 4-1s and stuff like that, you know, early in the round, Entropiq are realizing where Liquid want to end up. Maybe some fakery needs to be pulled into this T side. Entropiq are not falling for defaults. 7-5, more pistols. And this should be easy. It always has been for Entropiq.
Yeah, it feels like you need to deal with Krad. He's just doing so much on the info gaining front, like you say. But obviously that's easier said than done. This round he's over in middle. Drops that divider smoke, gives him a little bit more room to work with, and hopefully slows this toilet push from Team Liquid. Again, do more than just smoke him off. He's going to flat out smoke him. Oh my God!
One way to do it.
Flick through the smoke. He takes out the bottom of the boost, and it's only Stewie left in a 1-on-5. It's another one of these anti-ecos looking to be kept exceptionally clean. Stewie could disrupt that, but with these follow-up shots missing, I think he's dead next Repeat. Oh yeah, it's not a good time to be Stewie 2K. Everyone's bearing down upon you, and that's 8 on the board now for Entropiq.
Elian's like the anti-eco king, man. Like every time they have pistols with no utility, he's just 3K'ing in the toilet. I mean, it's Overpass CT side, and Orpa's Paradise. Like that's just, he one-tapped him, Harry.
He like just reacted, couldn't even see the boost.
Cerebral.
Also, didn't even kill the guy shooting at him. He took out the bottom of the boost by mistake, threw the smoke on a flick 2-tap, mate. Like,
that's how you stop the top, right? Falls down, suddenly they can't see you anymore. So if you want to take down the king, remove his servants first. 8-5, and Krad's back on the aggro, back on the info. Now he's clearing Con, but Grim always late lurking this position. Not that he's really had the drop on Krad when doing this. They also have water info as well. Lackey's second AWP is taking that. Elian's waiting for a jump. They're going to give it to him. Barrel, AWP boost up, and he's ready for it. Wow, he does not fall for that. He's wondering, why is the barrel just there? That's because they're getting on Fallen's head, and Elian is getting ahead of the action. Flash up Krad, he doesn't check Fallen, who's up close, but Elian does, trading that kill. Krad dies a hero, and Elian doesn't die at all. He gets out of dodge, and he can retreat to the A site.
Yeah, that was a lovely little play out of Elian, right? Very quickly was able to realize what the right thing to do in that situation was. Trade's fallen, and now he's out of there. Stewie donning the fallen AWP, tries to hold for the AWP, crossing back, and he will deal with Elian. Better late than never. It's going to leave Nickelback alone in this A-bomb site behind the dice box now.
Oh.
Sees the AWP back in toilet. First tries to deal with Grim. He gets the dink, but not the kill. Nade will finish the job. Stewie's got to come in clutch. He's all alone. AWP pushing his way back, but not ready for the Kong wrap. It's Lackey shutting him down and picking up 9 for Entropiq.
It feels like these flanks are always in, right? If it's not Crad in the early round, it's Lackey coming up connected there. It's Nickelback with that 1-on-2 D ground up from Con as Liquid plant in A. You can just never get comfortable. You can never get safe, and it does feel like that experience that Entropiq have on this map that you alluded to coming into it is showing up. They are never uncomfortable. They always know what's going on. And when you have Elian, also just keeping this up, like, he's had great anti-ecos, but right there, gun round, takes down the first, trades a bunch of kills. Really good work from him as well. I've never really seen Lackey second or, have so much impact on that B bomb site. It's not like Liquid are even really coming B or throwing him rushes. He's just, either coming in on retakes or winning his short fights. He's not like coming out with multi-kills, but he's never dying. Oh, flashed off. Elian misses the shot, but it goes both ways. And this is a lot quieter a game out of the individuals in Liquid. A lot of that is coming down to you're just getting AWP'd, but no one's really stepped up. No one's really saved the day here for Liquid. That's somewhat of a worry on the T side. They get Elian off the angle for a moment. He smokes the molly. He even flashes Crad right in. Oh, yeah, Elian, you might not get out of this one alive, but he tries to cross back. And it is just a brute force from Team Liquid out through middle. Was that all that was needed to break apart this double hold? You tried to beat them in the mind games, you couldn't do it. But in just the sheer showing of strength, you've locked this in. This time, Elige was waiting for the wraparound, so Lackey doesn't get away with a thing. Stewie is dead in the smoke. And oh my God, this was a 2-on-5. Liquid maybe got a bit ahead of themselves trying to take these fights before the fat lady was singing. Naf with one, trying to save the day. Nickelback in this clutch, and Naf will not let it happen. The AWP rains out for a double, and there it is, a 9-6 half to close this first half of play. Can Entropiq long us out to a third?
Here from Team Liquid. I'm going to show you guys a little bit of tricks on the Overpass CT side. So I guess kind of just like at the start when you're coming in, you kind of just want to molly off short, and this is like the basic like every other usual team does. I do that, and then I'll just be here. I'll just wait to see if they extinguish the molly, because the T's usually they're doing fast short control. They're going to smoke the molly, and then you can just nade in the smoke and just like really nade damage on them. But if nothing really happens, you can just, instead of nading the molly, and nothing's gonna happen, you just nade open the door, which is already naded open, and then that just strikes kind of fear into the T's. So your A teammates don't have to worry about blue pretty much. Twist would kind of play like the monster area. So he'd be more of the short player. I'm kind of just more of like a support, and like make sure if they're rushing out, I have flashes ready for them, or a smoke. If I still have my smoke, I just smoke off short for them. And then if my teammates need help at A, like I'd come up to A, get another smoke you can throw for your teammate. If your teammates are still pushed up in the bathrooms, you just tell your team like, hey, I need divider smoke. Just come up in between those two, and then just left of the sun.
no need to go again. I don't comprehend and I do not pretend, cause when I'm coming is to win. You either got it or you don't. You either bought it or you won't. You either wanna give it everything or you wanna cry about a soul. I'ma say it from the jump. Mama ain't raised a chump. Mama raised me to persevere if I'm ever here in a slum. Cause nobody starts at the top. You do your part and you better buy. Working hard each and every day, even though some days it get hard to watch. But you gotta trust the process. Grind hard, don't you ever quit. It's a must you see the progress.
Liquid's pick, but Entropiq's home turf, and they're showing up in the server right now. They couldn't quite long out Vertigo. However, Overpass is a very different ball game. Up by 3 at the end of the half, feeling fancy, feeling good. The AWPs are destroying right now for Entropiq, but we can sometimes see Elian slow down on the T side of this map. Let's hope that doesn't come back to hurt Entropiq as Liquid look for a pistol to try and equal things up.
Yeah, I'm really curious. What have Entropiq got? What do they want to bring to the table here? Good bit of utility, right? Feels like you could be looking at a B play. Everyone's moving this way early. Nickelback's lining up this smoke molly combo. Naf on the boost. Smoke's going over. It's all 5 out through Monster. So Team Liquid, even though they've taken short, they've traded places with Entropiq, conceding the bomb site. Naf will trade one back. Stewie throwing up on the sandbags, tries to spam out this bomb plant. Now he can't deny it until, oh my god, Lucky's wanted to go through. Lucky playing around the smoke. But Grim's the guy dishing out fire. Can't have one without the other. Elian, tapping away. There's one, but can't get away with more. And the cleanup crew is in. Team Liquid, they do a very good job of recovering that.
Yeah, that's cool from Stewie as well. You know, he realizes he's not stopping the bomb, so he jumps, he gets that info, and he can adjust his crosshair better. Yes, no bomb stopped, but he still kills the planter in the animation. And then Naf gets dinked, and Stewie runs in front, takes the headshot for him, takes the bullet, and Liquid win the round. Easy on the retake, everyone there. That was a 5-on-4 for Entropiq. They found the opener, but they could not close. And now Liquid try and close the gap. Easier said than done with the second round force. We know what bomb plants do to T sides. They make their mouths water at the prospect of Galil's. Entropiq, not a rare buy for them to do here on the T side. Question is, what do they do with it? It's going to come down to a fragging, really. They've not got util to run XX. Fallen plays with a scout in middle. He knows his timings, though. They can already be out through the playground, so he gives it up. They could go for the double boost to check out Monster info. This is so big. You rarely see it. It's a big risk, and with better rewards. Stewie takes first. There's many more where that came from, but that's one way of getting an untradeable kill.
Wow, yeah.
Haven't seen that in a while.
No, that's gnarly.
Yeah.
And while this is happening, look at Elige, mate. Look at all the info this guy's getting. Pushed all the way up through middle. You could even now start to see this very early rotation out of Fallen. Stewie blind. That's Elian's flash, securing the opener.
Okay.
Nafly won't let them in, however. Elige's flank was being held by Nickelback. Fallen out through heaven. Not looking at Monster. Wasn't ready for Elian to just run him down like that. And so that was a very back and forth round. Very, very flip-floppy either which way. Elige's flank gets away with nothing. It was meant to be the info provider, but unfortunately the reaction out of Liquid just coming in a little too late. I thought after already seeing players sneak into B, Elige being all the way up through mid and having that con control, that would have been enough to have seen an early rotation down towards that B site. Fallen not wanting to get time, hung out for, you know, a long while up on A.
Yeah, I also like that call for Entropiq, right? They know they don't have the utility, and they're not scared away from Stewie's opener off the boost, so they throw that pop flash through Monster, and they all run through the smoke. Stewie's so blind, and you know, far better than throwing flashes over the top, because obviously if there are close players, it might not do anything to them. Pop through Monster gives Stewie no time to react. And he's a dead man before he knows it. 3 in the toilets for Liquid. 2 down towards Monster, but Entropiq are leaning heavily towards B. This toilet setup will never see the light of day. Lucky going to try and lead with the MAC-10. Crowd holding Con for a late rotate, but they're just going to go. They move. Grim mollied out of position. The entries are both there. Easy peasy. That's the round.
Oh, brutal. This first rifle round for, this return to rifles for Liquid matters a hell of a lot now because, like, they're in this very, very vulnerable position. They're at this point where their opponent could just start to run away with this, right? Entropiq are right where they want to be. They're constantly going to have Liquid with their backs up against the wall. An eco round looming here after that decision to force. Then you bring the rifles out up against 12. It's not even going to be the prettiest of rifle rounds. You will be missing that AWP. And I mean, then if you don't manage to pick that up, well, then you're really in hot water. So, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself discussing, the maybes, the possibilities, but there is a clear path to victory for Entropiq right now. Liquid very much on the back foot, and they can feel it.
Oh. No need to get worried yet. It's all under control. It's just one kill after all. 12-7, and yeah, Liquid are running out of time. They're running out of rounds, and Mirage is waiting in the wings to be played. Entropiq just trying to get us there easily. Crab with the AUG as well. T-side AUG. Ooh la la.
Always feels good, doesn't it? It's almost as good as a CT Krieg when he managed to pick up one of them.
Ooh.
Actually, I would prefer the T-side AUG, thinking about it.
Yeah. A lot more mobile, right? You got the spray
OP,
potential,
right?
Yeah, entry.
Also, T-side might not have head armor, over on the side of Team Liquid, so you're still feeling that one shot. Oh. No one has it right now. Nickelback at a run down a Liege over here in Con. Now there's Naf with a response. I love the sheer size of that kill feed there. The spam headshot through a smoke, wallbang. Ooh, lovely. Lovely.
They've walked past Fallen. Talk about Elian getting timed on. This is even worse. Nickelback is in the bomb site and Fallen's dead. Now they know A is open and the rotates aren't there in time. This is a problem that Entropiq had sometimes on that CT side. Liquid have got it far worse. They have no clue. Nickelback's already on truck. Now they've got to be prepared for everything with mollies and smokes cutting off the vision, but Nickelback is still a surprise. The spam does a bit that you want an AWP to really take the plant off. Stewie running in. Grim helped on the second, and now it is just Lackey locked in close.
Yeah, he's going to have to fight for this one. Oh, taking a swing. First man down there on the bomb. It's not a tap, and they will come back out to try and deal with him. But Naf doesn't need your help, Grim. Get back on that bomb. It's 8 on the board for Team Liquid.
Yeah.
And that's a really nice recovery, considering that was such a ghastly situation, losing Fallen in toilets in the fashion that you did, where he's trying to make this big timing play, the rotation being so late to the point that Nickelback is already on truck before anyone else is in this site, right? It meant guys like Naf couldn't actually risk coming in to try and slow that down. But him and Stewie go on this tear. Grim comes up right at the end, and it's one of these like whirlwind rounds that Liquid take you on sometimes, where just 3 kills come through a second apart and completely flip the script. Like he almost looked like he waited to get naded there.
Give them all the chances they can get. Give them any hope. It's NA's hope after all. Oh, that's one way to find a bit of free damage. Grim spam down to 4, and there's no AWP to even hand him either. Not that he would typically be that guy anyway. Liege, considering they could be out long right now, but sees nothing. The flash might give it away into toilets. Entropiq checking corners, and now rerouting. This isn't a play. They've got all 5 on the top site. Naf is here off of the early B rotate. I like this setup as well because we're heavy long right now for Entropiq. Team Liquid are, Entropiq are going to try and clear site, clear CT. They've really got to worry about short. That's where the bulk of the play comes in, especially if Fallen and Co win these fights on short. He's going to try and flash Naf in. This is perfect for Liquid. Entropiq are running into a crossfire, a meat grinder, spearheaded by Naf.
Yeah, and he's been so good at getting these mow downs. There's the first. Now they see Elian's AWP. They might even try and take it out of play. They flash him all the way back here towards long. Liquid rearing their head and looking to get on that path to recovery. Once again, even a preemptive hunt out of Team Liquid. Stewie and Naf both pushed up, both holding these deep angles over in middle. Oh. Stewie should hear Elliot. Oh yeah, he heard it that time. He heard the drop off the rock. The calls come in and look at the minimap. Look at how many people are going Elian's way. 5 seconds, they're all getting closer. But Liquid will taper off and Elian will get away with this AWP.
Yeah, you gotta respect him at a certain point, right? Wanting to keep some guns in this game. Liquid wanting to build some money. That's 2 in a row at least. And this was perfect, right? Like, not just the setup completely countering that long play, but obviously the way that can go wrong is if Liquid lose the toilets, they lose those short fights, and suddenly it's just Naf anchoring on his own. It's a lot harder. His job is made easier by the fact that his team are watching across the bomb site. Naf knows they can't be close, and he knows that they're distracted by this spray from short. So Entropiq not out of the woods yet. They've still got more rounds to find. Elian's dropping guns. They're trying to piece together a buy here. It will be everything they need. They've got to do something with it. Liquid are hot on their heels.
Yeah, the tides certainly feel like they're changing a little bit here. There was a lot of pressure on Liquid to show up in the first of these rifle rounds, you know, when they made that return to them. They did, and since then they found more and more success. If they can keep that up, finally they're going to be reaping the reward of flipping the script and breaking their opponent's money. Elise trading util down here in con. A molly for a molly, an eye for an eye. Will deny this control to Crab that he so desperately wants. Now, the only potential danger here is that Elige could have gotten trapped in con, right? So that's why he's so keen to get out of there now, especially with these long flashes going over. Fallen, playing anti-flash, dodges it, and there it is. Perfect re-peek onto Nickelback. He read that situation well, he knew it was coming his way. And he's opened up the round for Team Liquid.
Just could not have called that better, right? If he stays on the angle, he's blind. But Fallen, 1 step ahead. Kill presented. And Entropiq just trying to draw it back. A lot of info, right? Of Stewie, with Stewie in this position still, not even open to con unless he wants to be. He's crouched down. That lets Grim's solo monster and Liquid continue to triple stack the A site. Entropiq walking in to the Barbarians, and there's Fallen finding another shot. 2 fire, 2 hit. Elian, same stories, taking his first. Fallen's now getting hunted down, hounded down, and Forrest has finished the job with the flash from Elian. 3 on 3, flank activated. Naf waiting at the bomb site, doesn't need to peek out into this orb. There's only 20 seconds, they've got to get closer. Grim's already here. Fast rotate from him, and Elian walking back into the flank. He's a dead man, he just doesn't know it yet. Perfect. Misses that timing onto Stewie as well. Couldn't get more unlucky for Elian, typically being good to save. Not this time around, not today.
Yeah, great little sequence from Fallen as well, right? He gets boxed into a corner there, you know, he's forced into a situation where he has to fight till his last breath, but still doubling up, being the guy to take the opener, keeping it even over towards the A-bomb site, and just slowing down Entropiq really does help bail them out, right? Naf is able to come up, joined by Grim, they're there ahead of time. And so, you know, we talked about how the script was about to get flipped, and Lackey.
Got trapped between 2 mollies.
Yeah.
Nowhere to go, and he was blind. Probably didn't help his cause. Luckily, it is as close as you get to a full eco, so it's never going to be pretty for Entropiq. But this is definitely getting uglier by the second, with Liquid picking up more and more rounds. This will be a 4th in a row if they find it. Gonna try and boost the Deeg. Oh my goodness. Oh. Grim. Oh, they still find him. Good trade. They're so aware of it. Both players are watching the boost. Elige might have the round in the palm of his hand. If only he knew that they're already up past him in toilets. Forrester found coming up Con, and Fallen backs up. He doesn't want to give Elian an AWP here. Oh, he might not have a choice, but does win the USP fight, and Elige comes in late, keeping 4 up for Liquid, and they deal with the eco as well as Entropiq did. They, never got ecoed on that CT side, but we need gun rounds out of Entropiq. We need something here on this T half because it's starting to get scary.
Very key frag there for Fallen to close out as well, right? He's getting hounded down. They can't plant for the short side of dice, so they had to find Fallen. They wanted to get that AWP. They wanted to plant for CT and then try and get weird with it. Well, Fallen never gives them the chance, and now Elian versus Fallen almost happens, almost goes down. Fallen will concede. Nickel back with a spam kill to open. Elige gets flashed through Con and tries to make a play, but all that's done is feed the beast that lurks outside of B. Entropiq, all they've done is waited in this round so far, and they've reaped the reward of it. Naf is going to deny this boost with the molly. And timed with the push, Nickelback spams another. They keep lining up by the spam spot.
That's how he found Stewie. They almost killed Grim the other round by doing that as well. Talk about cover. That molly push play was perfect, but the one way to stop it is in the palm of Nickelback's hand. He is really having a great game frag-wise. Trying to lead Entropiq to a W, trying to long this series to a third. They go back down to B. Orbsy, nothing on the A side. Fallen's going to get faked out. He'll be late to rotate due to the utility coming his way. God, they really are selling this as hard as they possibly can. It's all on Naf.
Yeah, but if anyone has been good in these anchor scenarios, if anyone's been able to turn the tides, it's been Nafly. Catches the first on the cross. Now they know about him. Double up for Naf. That's the bomb dropped. He doesn't need to fight Elian now. He can wait for Fallen to move in. Smoke down, Elian fakes the plant, hoping that gives him a fight, but it doesn't. What this has done is waste even more time off the clock. More time for Fallen and Naf to get set up. Elian, with this first bit of contact, is looking for the CT player. They know about him now. They know they've got him boxed in, and he's feeling uncomfortable. They're trying to just swing it together. And there's Naf with the trade. Huge round out of Nafly. Take a bow as he gets that one over the line for Team Liquid to find a tie game after all.
No way, man. There's no way Naf should be winning that. Everything about it, right? The double opening kill from Spam on short. Liquid, they knew exactly what was going on until he got faked out with Fallen getting stuck on that A site. Naf kills everyone crossing into the bomb site. He didn't have the util to get him off. And that's just obscene, man.
He's just like this brick wall, you know? It just feels like you can never get past him. Even when you've been getting up to A, you've been getting these openers in toilets. The guy who's rotated up and always put a stop to it by multi-killing is Nafly. Look at him, he's even got a little bin bag in the background just to, you know, throw Entropiq into when he's done with them. Oh, he's tearing through them right now.
Yeah, man, this has been, and you know, in both maps as well, like it's certainly not done, right? But in both maps, you know, it's been Entropiq controlling it for the majority of the game, being in full control, and then Liquid coming in and sneaking a victory right at the end. They did it on Vertigo. They were losing, you know, 7-2 or something on the first half as well. And then obviously Liquid really, you know, upped the ante once they hit guns into the second on the T side. Now, same story can be said. 9-6 for Entropiq in the first half. And they even broke the force, or broke the pistol conversions with their force buy. Ever since that point, they've yet to get around. 5 in a row for Liquid. It's felt pretty lost at 12-7, but Liquid have found themselves yet again. Now this time, contact monster play. These have been good for Entropiq. They run right through. Grim blinded, gets out of dodge thanks to the flashbang. Forrester cannot see a thing to get that trade. Elian's Krieg will come in with a kill, and Naf is low as well. Can't have the impact he had last round. Surely not with 20 HP. He's got to give it up and hope Grim can anchor down in the pit. They know he can't be far. Fallen's trying to flash Grim back into position. And taking the angle himself on the orb. Fallen. Oh, that looked dead on.
Bomb plant coming in. Rotations all arriving. The molly making these players in the site get uncomfortable while Fallen scratches one from
Grim.
the tally. Grim with the turn will deal with Crad, and now he's up on barrels. Should get sidelined by Elian, but he's going to take one to the grave first, and Grim's not going down yet. Elian is out of there, running for the hills. All the way away. Team Liquid get 13 just by getting on the bomb. And it's another one of these rounds that's, you know, so up in the air as the plant's coming down. If you're Entropiq there, right, you're thinking like, this can be it. This is a great spot to be in. We've got this. And suddenly guys like Grim, guys like Fallen come alive in these retakes.
Yeah, I got to say that flash, I don't know who threw it. Maybe it's a good thing I don't know that, but it completely ruined that rush, right? As Entropiq get out B, they get an entry. They full white Grim, sure, but they also full white Forest of, I think it was Forrester, who couldn't trade that kill onto Grim. It allowed Grim to back up, play that 4-on-4, let Fallen hold his sight. It all gets a bit weird, but yeah, maybe a miscom. Entropiq starting to get stressed. I can't blame them. They're running through smokes. Nickelback dead to Fallen's orb, finding more form by the round. A Legion connector. He's got a smoke player to worry about. Crad hiding inside. There's 2 Ts in con. And 2 more on long, moving up very quickly. Jump spots for Naf, would love that information. And oh, he's gonna swing and hit, taking down Elian, looking for a little more, sees the second player. And Naf, the spray is not there. 30 health Lackey will stand tall, but there's still a man down.
Timing's everything for Elise, right? Because you've still got Crad coming in down through the bottom of con. But with the door blowing off, you're always hesitant about creeping forward, right? It's not uncommon to see boosts employed when that door's off or short control get taken away. Elige completely concedes connector, but he's just seen them going back down to B. That's info. The adjustment is already coming in. Fallen's going back towards this A-bomb site. Elige gonna get caught by Crad down in con. And suddenly that throws a bit of a question mark up in the air again, right? You no longer want to dedicate to these B rotations. You don't know. Oh, that's a footstep, Grim. He knows there's one man here at least. He's got Stewie ready to fight alongside him. Forrester not given anything on the booster. Because of how little time there is, you cannot hold it forever.
God,
they're going back up. Fallen, the round is now on his shoulders. There's the first kill. Forrester dead. The bomb dropped. And Fallen is locked in 14 for Team Liquid. Lackey is left saving that last second change of heart. The decision to leave the B site leaves them in the prying eyes of Fallen's AWP.
Yeah, maybe that step for Lackey in Monster is just trying to get someone out of position because they were sitting on the boost waiting and saying, I see nothing, we need something, please force a rotate, but Lackey can't really do much. And also, Elige dying in con, if anything, might be the saving grace there for Liquid. Obviously, he's hoping to flank that B execute as it comes in, but instead it leaves Fallen, as you said, yet to rotate. He was running down until Elige died, and he stays on that angle all round. Able to shut them down, coming back up connector, and this is Liquid, ready to go, 7 in a row, and trying to take a 2-0, fast into water for Entropiq, good grenade for Naf. And you lose this round, you have nothing but loss bonus and bomb money, if applicable. Entropiq, scared away from this AWP. Elian can flash him over, but even then, Crad peeks into it. So he doesn't even know what he saw nothing. Still leaning triple B. They go again for the boost, and Naf continues to cause problems. The Molotov, it burns Lackey out again. That's not the first time we've seen him fall to fire. He could not get out safe. Naf also spams him, right? So that slows him down in the molly. It's gone from bad to worse for Entropiq. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, if they go through the monster smoke, it's a done deal. Elige, this time he doesn't just see the rotate, he stops it as well. And now you know it's B, no question about it.
And Liquid just aren't facing it. They don't need to make any plays for info. They don't need to force any gunfights here. At the B site, it's a 3-on-3, even odds. Worst case scenario, and Naf has now extended that even further. Nickel back with the tap. But there's still so many players left to find. Elige is rotated down through con. Fallen's here up in heaven. There's 25 seconds. Everything is against you. The manpower, the time. You're lacking all of it. Nickelback dead. Wow. And there's the closer. Oh, 15 now on the board for Team Liquid. And the money is gone, mate. This is really where it should be GG.
Yeah, you know, famous last words and all, but I agree. It's been such a streak for Liquid, such a dominant recovery on the CT side. It feels like Entropiq has just run out of ideas, right? They can't get past the Fallen Orb. Their rotate's getting read by a Liege, even when he's not getting kills. Naf's anchoring B like a beast, and there's no way back in. What do you even fall back on here if you're Entropiq? This has been one hell of a recovery from Liquid. Forget the choke. They are the ones pulling back the comeback in this game and in both maps. And now just one more easy, right? What could go wrong? Back to Monster through the smoke. Grim dodges the flash, but it comes in late anyway. They just dry run through Monster, and they've got the opener for a change.
Oh, Nafly though, always good here. Stewie's gonna help out from short, and now there's this rotation of a Liege boosting up again. It was enough last time, might not even be needed here with Naf popping off. Elige ready to catch the cross, and this should be the beginning of the end. Elian dead on the swing. Elige closes it out, and it's a Team Liquid 2-0, baby.